You're watching a Nova Video podcast.
I've gotten to a point where, it's not that I don't care about patients, but that the fact that I care about patients becomes less important than the fact that I am absolutely strung out and absolutely can no longer think anymore. I forget simple, basic things, that people will remind me, you didn't do this thing on this patient. I'll be like, Jesus, I can't believe I forgot that. And, that happens a lot.
Jay doesn't really have very much time to do anything anymore. He doesn't really read. He doesn't really get to go out too much. He comes back, and because of the way the schedules work, his time is very segmented, and it's erratic.
I came in 4 hours ago. So far, I have admitted one patient with fever, probable sepsis, and done a lumbar puncture. Subsequently disimpacted that patient. Just great fun. What that means is to take all the stool out of that person's rectum by hand. I have visited all my own patients in the hospital, wrote notes on several of them, checked their labs, drawn some blood tests on patients that needed them to be done, and I've just now wheeled up my second admission for the night and will be going shortly to examine her. I'm taking a short food break because I'm getting a little hypoglycemic here.
He's really, he's so exhausted. He's actually a pretty hyper person, generally, by nature. And then to see him so worn out, just sort of a shell. What I get is lousy. The best part of him, goes away early in the morning and for the whole day. And then when he comes home, what do I have? Well, he's this tired, grouchy thing. And he goes straight into bed and he sleeps. So that's where we are.
I came into medical training, I think, one of the more sensitive people in the field. I'm going into psychiatry. My whole emphasis is on the emotional and the understanding, the mental aspects of medicine. And yet, for all of that interest on my part, I cannot help but become this person that I don't particularly like even. I have a number of different facets to my career currently. Mostly, I work in private practice and see patients for the majority in psychotherapy. I really enjoy the teaching that I do, which is increasingly part of my work now. And I'm very happy to be a part of my career where I can do that. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it.
We've been talking today about parallels between patient therapeutic process and our own process, and I think one of the ways in which that's true is around self-forgiveness.
As is true for many people going into intensive therapy, there's a painful moment of realization when you understand that you're still going to be yourself when you come out of it. Because I, like many people, I think, had a fantasy that I was going to be a new person, a different person. And I think that coming to acceptance of that, I am still the person I am, and I still have so many of the frailties and hang-ups that I've always had, and it's, life remains a challenge. All I can say about the question of whether I would do it again is I'm glad I don't have to consider that. One can't live one's life over. It's just not done. So I am here, and it's a better place than where I've been, and I'm glad I don't have to do it again.